What's up, Fin fans? Welcome back to another episode of Phinhub, where we bring you all the latest news and updates on the Miami Dolphins. We've got some breaking news that's got us fired up today.
The Rams are cutting linebacker Bobby Wagner, with Wagner now set to once again be a free agent.
The rumor mill is buzzing with news that the Miami Dolphins are eyeing up none other than Bobby Wagner, the superstar linebacker who was recently released by the Los Angeles Rams. That's right, Bobby Wagner, the six-time Pro Bowler and one of the most dominant linebackers in the game today, could be joining the Miami Dolphins. We know that the Dolphins have been struggling to find that game-changing linebacker who can step up and make a difference on defense. But with the release of Wagner by the Rams, the Dolphins might just have a chance to snag him up. It's going to take some creative cap maneuvering, but if they can make it happen, the Dolphins could be a force to be reckoned with. So let's dive into the details and see what Vic Fangio and the Dolphins front office have up their sleeves. This is going to be an episode you don't want to miss. Now, before we dive into the juicy stuff, you already know what's up. Show us some love and hit that like and subscribe button, and don't forget to smack that bell icon like it's the opposing team's quarterback. We don't want you to miss out on any of the insane action, hype, and drama that goes down in Miami, so stay up to date with us and join the Phinhub hype train. All right, now, let's get back to the video. The Miami Dolphins are ready to make a splash in the upcoming season. After a challenging 2022 campaign that was plagued with injuries to their quarterbacks and the secondary, the Dolphins are aiming for nothing less than greatness in 2023. With the deadly accurate Samoan sniper expected to be back in action and a few key improvements, Miami is poised to compete with the best in the league. Which brings me to the big news. The Los Angeles Rams have officially released linebacker Bobby Wagner, making him a highly sought-after free agent in the NFL. This news has caught the attention of many teams, including the Miami Dolphins, who are in desperate need of a reliable linebacker. As the Los Angeles Rams prepare to bid farewell to linebacker Bobby Wagner, the Dolphins may have found themselves a new star player to add to their roster. Wagner's release from the Rams has left him free to explore his options, and he could be just the player that the Dolphins have been searching for to answer their questions at linebacker. While the Dolphins' defense showed some promise last season, they still had some glaring weaknesses, particularly at linebacker. This is where the talented Bobby Wagner comes in. With a fantastic reputation in the league, having been rated as the top linebacker by Pro Football Focus and finishing last season with an impressive 140 tackles, 6 sacks, 10 tackles for a loss, and 2 interceptions, Wagner could captain Vic Fangio's defense. The Dolphins have a pressing need for a linebacker, and Wagner could be the answer to their prayers. With a salary cap of roughly $16 million, they have the flexibility to take on new talent, and if they can restructure contracts and shed some players from their roster, they may just be able to meet Wagner's demands. Miami's defense was ranked 24th in points allowed per game last season, so they need to make some serious moves in the offseason to improve. Bringing in a player of Wagner's caliber would be a huge step in the right direction. With Wagner and Jerome Baker in the mix, Miami's linebacker core could be a force to be reckoned with. Wagner has the experience of playing in a 3-4 defense under Vic Fangio, which will be perfect for the Dolphins' new defensive coordinator. His versatility and hard-hitting style will make him a valuable asset to the team.
I think what's so special about Bobby is there's really no weakness to his game.
And with 9 consecutive All-Pro team selections under his belt, it's clear that he has what it takes to elevate the Dolphins' defense to the next level. The Dolphins have some big decisions to make this off-season, especially on the defensive side of the ball. With several players hitting the market, the team needs to replenish their roster with new talent. Wagner could be just what the team needs to fill their middle linebacker void and make a substantial upgrade to an already impressive defensive unit. As the Dolphins prepare for their roster construction phase, they should exhaust every option to secure the services of Wagner. While there will be competition for his services, the Dolphins should leave no stone unturned in their pursuit of this fantastic player. The Dolphins made the playoffs last season, but their hopes were dashed due to injuries at the quarterback position. However, if Tagovailoa is healthy, Miami is poised to be a contender in the AFC East. With Wagner anchoring the defense, the Dolphins' Super Bowl chances will only increase. General Manager Chris Greer will need to be aggressive this offseason to make the necessary improvements. But with the right moves, Miami could be a serious threat in the upcoming season. The Dolphins' faithful are waiting with bated breath to see what the team has in store for them. If the Dolphins can secure Wagner, it would be a significant upgrade to their defense and put them in a better position to make a deep playoff run next season. Well, what if Bobby doesn't end up in Miami, you ask? The Dolphins would still need to fill in that void to captain the defense, and Lavonte David is the next best thing. This guy is a true legend in the game, 1 year older than Wagner, but still kicking major ass on the field. I mean, just look at his stats from this past season. Over 100 tackles for the 9th time in his career, 3 sacks, and 10 tackles for a loss. This man is a beast, and at 33 years old, he still got it. Sure, he may be a bit pricey, but trust me, he's worth every penny. The Dolphins won't find a better upgrade out there this year, except maybe for Wagner himself. And let's be real, the chances of drafting a better linebacker are pretty slim. Now, even if the Dolphins miss out on both Bobby and Levant, they still have some serious options at linebacker. I'm talking about the youthful likes of Tremaine Edmonds, Leighton Vander Esch, and Tanner Muse. These guys are no joke. Each one of them brings their own unique set of skills and tons of potential to the table. And with Fangio leading the charge, there's no telling how far they can go. All right, audience, we've talked about some seriously talented linebackers that the Dolphins could potentially add to their team. And no, I don't mean resurrecting the career of now Hall of Fame linebacker Zach Thomas. Although adding a prime Zach Thomas to the defense a la Madden would be quite a sight. But we want to hear from you. Who do you think would be the best fit for the Dolphins? Do you think one of the linebackers we mentioned, Bobby, Lavonte, Tremaine, Leighton, or Tanner, stands out as the clear choice? Or do you have another linebacker in mind that we haven't talked about yet? We want to hear your thoughts and opinions, so please leave a comment and let us know who you think the Dolphins should go after. I can't wait to dive deep into each of these linebackers and give you all the juicy details in an upcoming video here on Phinhub. Get ready, Dolphins fans. I have a feeling this upcoming season is going to be one to remember. Stay tuned for updates on this developing story and many others like it sure to come. And that's a wrap, folks. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Phinhub, where we broke down the potential addition of Bobby Wagner to the Miami Dolphins. The Dolphins have a history of making big moves in the offseason, and we can't think of a bigger move than adding a player of Wagner's caliber to the team. Of course, it's still early days, and there are a lot of factors to consider, but we're excited to see how this plays out. As always, thank you for tuning in, and be sure to hit that subscribe button so you never miss an episode of Phinhub. Let us know in the comments who else you think the Dolphins should be targeting in the offseason, and we'll catch you next time.